Good morning. Welcome to the Sunday Rise, and where we are going to get you through some college football, a little World Series baseball, a little NFL updating 5 games that we picked out for you. It's not a 6-pack, it's the nickel coverage, baby. That's what we bring to you this morning on the Sunday Rise, part of the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. I am the Midnight Rider. He is the big guy KG. That is the gentleman Jack Carr. And we are here to walk you through this early morning. Keeping it going on and on. And go ahead, buddy. Take it away, KG.
Well, as you heard from the Midnight Rider, we here. We came, we saw, we about to conquer. How y'all gentlemen feeling this morning?
Great, man.
Doing well. Thank you.
I keep telling you, man, that sign behind you on your back screen, that energy's coming back, dog. It is building on a monumental level, man. I've never walked around. Again, my early morning, I make my one run to my store to get my booze for the day. And when I was out, the first 2 people that saw me gave me either a fist bump, a pound, we gonna do it today. Is he playing? It's just been crazy. Lady got off the bus, crossing the street in front of my car. She saw the jersey on. She gave me a big thumbs up. I was like, let's go.
What jersey you got on today?
I'm rocking the number 10 Conti.
Oh, Lord.
Conti special, baby. I've been rocking it all.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. You got the Conti spot. I thought you was rocking the number 10. You know what number 10 I'm talking about.
Yeah, Benjamin Conti.
Yeah, that other number 10. I see about wearing that jersey. I'm like, man, what are you doing?
I got 10 and I got 32.
I don't know what I'm wearing today. What shirt I'm gonna put on for the game today? But I'm back. I'm back in that. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said. I love the buzz. It does feel good again. Usually you're walking around town and people are just laughing or saying, "Come over to our side." You got room on the bandwagon. Nah, man, we stayed right there. We fought through it for the years, and now it's really feeling pretty good. Like eating a piece of chocolate cake. You know what I'm saying? It feels good.
There you go.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something about not feeling too good because I'm with you guys with that because the feeling is there and I'm just, I'm doing my due diligence and I got to do my shtick. So expect that this morning. But tell you something that I'm not feeling too good at, and that's when we talking about the World Series. My Yankees are down 2-0. Game 1 was Friday night, and the Dodgers won 6-3.
Right.
We were just talking about this off camera, and we were talking about what should have happened. I don't think they should have ever pitched to Freddie Freeman.
The bases were loaded.
What are you gonna do?
They shouldn't have walked the guy. Who was that before him?
Betts.
Mookie Betts has. I think it's like over against Cortez. So you should have pitched to him instead of walking him. Yeah, Freddie Freeman with runners in scoring position and 2 outs has like a 643 average with like 14 hits and 19 at bats and 9 home runs. You don't do that.
What was the Mookie Betts at bat? They didn't.
Mookie ain't no joke.
The batter before shouldn't have been walked. He shouldn't have
been
walked.
The question is, was it an intentional walk or did he earn the walk?
That was an intentional walk. Because the on the screen said intentional. Okay. He shouldn't have been walked. You walked him to get to Freddie Freeman. Bad move, dude.
Dude, Mookie Betts just as dangerous as Freddie Freeman, if not more.
But
going by your numbers, I hear you.
You're right, and that's why I would have took my chances with Mookie Betts as opposed to taking my chances with Freddie Freeman.
I don't know. Freddie had one hit before that. He had a. So I don't know. Were they injured bird? Let's pitch to the injured guy. But like we say, Freddie had 6-7 days to get right, and I didn't see no symptoms of his ankle bothering him in either game so far. But I don't know why they wanted to go to him over Betts, but they're both dangerous.
Yeah, I mean you're picking nits here. I mean, because then if Betts hits the home run, there's gonna be a large part of the population saying, "Why would you pitch to him in this situation?" I mean, it's like a no-win for the manager. When you're playing these type of teams and you get in that type of situation, it's a no-win scenario. Hey, Cardell is in the chat group section. He says he can't find comments. I don't know. I'm gonna see what platform he's on, and try to see what's up.
Yes, find out what he's on. Because if he's on YouTube, he should be good. But if he's in the group, click on the stream, the actual stream of the Sideline Junkies podcast, not the 24/7 stream. That way we can see your streams. We can see your comments. I mean, but I felt that was, and people in New York calling for Aaron Boone's head after that. Like, oh, he needs to be fired. I'm like, man, that's the one downfall of being a Yankee fan, because you make one mistake immediately, you should be fired. I think Aaron Boone came out and said he messed up, and not so many words. But then you go into last night, Yankees lose 4-2. At one point in time, I think it was 4-1, and they had one hit the Yankees. Yankees only had 4 hits. They had one hit them all the way, and then they scored 1 in the 9th, scored 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 9th. Aaron Judge is like 0 for 9 with runners in scoring position. It's a problem. You can't have a power outage on the biggest stage of them all. You can't do it. You can't.
It's only 2 games, baby.
I get that, but
relax.
What did I say on Thursday? You have to steal one. They did not steal one.
You don't have to steal one. The Washington Nationals have shown you, or that series where the home team won every game. Anything's possible, man. Just you got to get game 3. You can't go down 3-0. That's where you don't want to be in.
You're not winning 4 before LA wins 2. Tell you that.
Hey, you guys see it happen. I had so many people telling me, oh, first it was the Nats are going sweet. Then it's, oh, the Nats blew their opportunity. And then it was, oh my gosh, we got a chance. Like, it's a roller coaster. Just ride the roller coaster and see what's up.
I hear you. I can't. And I'm not even being funny. I think they took their heart in game 1. That's what I think. I think the Dodgers took the Yankees' heart in game 1. That's all I'm going to say. But game 3 is tomorrow, 8 o'clock in New York. Game 4 is Tuesday, 8 o'clock in New York. And if needed, game 5 will be 8 o'clock Wednesday. They play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, if needed.
Wow.
Yeah, because they're all in the same city. There's no travel days.
Damn, that's nice.
Funny thing that happened. Joel Embiid was talking about how good the game was, and somebody responded to his ex post like, you wouldn't know because they play back-to-backs. I absolutely love that.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
But, hey, got to get it, man. Fellas, can we go over to some college football? Because we had a couple rivalry games, and we can run through the top 25 as we do every Sunday. Stop me when you get the one that you like. SMU, number 22, SMU beat Duke 28-27 in OT.
I like that one.
It was a good game.
I'm telling y'all, SMU is going to be in the ACC championship game. There's nobody out there that's going to stop them. They're their worst enemy in this scenario.
Well, it's funny you say that SMU and the ACC. Ugh, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Monica Thornton checking in. Hello, Monica. Good morning.
Good morning, Monica.
Number 16, Kansas State beat Kansas 29-27. Penn State rolls over Wisconsin 28-13. Number 3, Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go with an upset. Number 14, Texas A&M. Ain't no joke. I done lost them twice. Beat number 8 LSU 38-23.
I keep telling you that those 2 classes Jimbo had, they should be the juniors now, and they're playing some good ball. I watched a lot of that game last night. They got a running back. I can't think of his name off the top of my head right now, but they had a running back at Texas A&M. It's gonna be nice.
Number 19, Pittsburgh.
His name is Amari Daniels at Texas A&M. Amari Daniels. He is a nice, solid running back. You know,
I don't think that's the guy. I'll double check.
I'm sorry. Aaron Anderson, I believe. That's LSU. Aaron Anderson plays for LSU, and Amari plays for Texas A&M. Had a decent game yesterday. You mean Moss? Moss is their other running back.
Yes, that's the one.
Okay, Le'Veon Moss. Le'Veon.
Yeah, that's what it is. There we go.
They got a little tandem running back crew over there at SMU that they work really well. One or the other usually gets 100 yards every week. They do got a nice running game, and they give them fairly equal carries.
Number 19, Pittsburgh beat Syracuse 41-13. Number 17, Boise State beat UNLV 29-24.
What our guy do for Boise? What our guy do for Boise?
128, 33 carries, 128 yards.
Ooh, they put him to work. 33 carries yesterday.
And a touchdown.
That's nice.
If he's not in the Heisman conversation, we got a problem.
He's in it.
It should be him and Travis Hunter. That's 1 and 2. None of the quarterbacks, to me, have shown Heisman worthy. So, the only quarterback should be in the conversation is Cam Ward, probably.
Number 12, Notre Dame, 51. Number 24, Navy, 14. In the Meadowlands. Rivalry game there.
Mm-hmm.
Number 18, not for Shanae this time.
I know.
And it's funny because I'm supposed to play Purdue for the Shillelagh tonight. Well, sometime today I might just do a fair sim because I'm just.
What's up? How many teams you play for the Shillelagh? Don't you play USC for it?
USC is for the Jude Shillelagh. It's a difference. You have the Jude Shillelagh and you have the Shillelagh.
Oh, good Lord!
Then you have the Ireland Trophy, the Megaphone. It's like so many different things.
But to play for 2 Shillelaghs, 2 hammers?
It's 2 different ones. Number 18, Ole Miss beat Oklahoma 26-14. Number 13, Washington 31. Number 13, Indiana beat Washington 31-17.
Yes, sir. I tell you, Indiana, man, I think they for real.
Oh, they are.
They jumped on the scene, gangster lean, boy. They went out there. Everybody thought that this Washington matchup was going to be something to put Indiana in their place to, go play a real football school. But, man, Coach Sig got it going on over there, man. I like that guy. He was on game day. He was on Friday with Pat McAfee, man. I like Coach Siggs, man. He's a good dude.
Number 4, Ohio State beat Nebraska 21-17.
Nebraska didn't want to let go of that game. I tell you, I thought
should have won it.
Mm-hmm.
Nebraska should have won it.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Cardell checking out. Okay, I'm in here now. What's up, football fan? What's up, Cardell? How you feeling?
What's up, Cardell?
Oregon doing Oregon things. Number 1, Oregon beats number 20, Illinois 38-9.
Oregon tough, man.
Number 11, BYU beats UCF 37-24. Alabama rebounded. Number 15, Alabama beat number 21, Missouri 34-0.
Well, that's all because Missouri didn't have their quarterback.
Is that really an excuse? I mean, you got to play with what you got.
Hey, Drew Pond is. There's a reason he's still in school trying to play quarterback because this is it. This is the end.
Mm-hmm.
Next time you see Drew Pond's name, you're gonna be looking at like a State Farm ad or something, and he's gonna be selling you insurance or something. You're gonna have to. What they say? What's that college? The thing they say. Our athletes go on to be something else. Yeah, he's gonna have to go on and do something else. He can't turn pro.
Close game. Number 5, Texas beat number 25, Vanderbilt 27-24. That was a game.
Vandy's got a quarterback.
I thought Vandy was going for the double upset this year. You know, they just beat Alabama recently. And then I said, man, they're going to take down number 5, Texas. That would have been something for that program. But you're right. Vandy got a nice quarterback.
That's all it takes in college ball. You take care of the quarterback position. Everything else seems like it can be on par. Your quarterback is good in college football. You got an opportunity.
Yeah, Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pavia. I'm just going to stick with Diego, man. Doing a good job over there, Mr. Diego. He controlled the game yesterday. Didn't go for a lot of yards, but he's a very smart quarterback too.
This is why people have problems with the transfer portal and everything, because teams can get a lower level quarterback that's pretty solid, put them into their program, and become a threat to everybody else. And that's exactly what's happening right now.
Did y'all see what happened in the Texas Tech TCU game?
I missed it. Talk to me.
This is funny. The kicker, I think they ran a fake field goal. Texas Tech ran a fake field goal, and the kicker took it in, scored. And in his celebration, he lifted up his jersey, pulled his T-shirt down, and it said, "Make America." It said, "Trump MAGA, make America great again."
Oh snap! Did he really?
And then he missed his next field goal to tip, and they lost by 1.
Wow. I think we should shade away from the rest of this topic, but that's pretty funny.
I think everybody should keep politics out of sports. Certain politics, you got to keep it out of sports because it's certain things that are dividing people. Sports is to bring everybody together.
Amen.
But it's certain things that, you, especially in college, if this is the NFL, okay. But college, dude, go there, get your education. Chill out, man. Have fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll leave that alone. Let's move on. Any other games that weren't in the top 25 that you guys really, really enjoyed?
No, I think that was all I had. I just love because I felt like LSU and Texas A&M was going to be the one game that could trip up whoever wins that game, has momentum going, and they possibly could get into the SEC championship game. Since Alabama's got 2 losses, who else? Georgia's got a loss, so they're just right there. They can actually steal a spot from somebody.
Well, that quarterback for LSU yesterday, man, he threw for 400 yards. I can't remember the last time I seen 400 yards in college. Maybe David Carr and them, but 3 picks killed him, man, because,
Well, he was there during the glory years, so I think he's one of those 5-year players. He's on year 5 right now. So he was there during the Joe Burrow days.
Got it.
And Cardell said, "Damn, his career is done." And we talk about keeping politics out of college sports. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing that I was really concerned about, of course, is always my top priority in college football is always Notre Dame. And Notre Dame is 7-1 right now, but Navy is 6-1. We might see Navy in a pretty good bowl game. I ain't talking, the Eagle One Bowl. I ain't talking the Military Bowl. We might see Navy in a pretty good bowl game.
Now you got the graphic.
I do. I do. Let me see if I can load this thing in here.
Because we're weeks away and we're getting closer and closer to where this college football playoff structure itself is going to make for some interesting matchups where you have teams that are lower seeds having lower rankings having higher seeds than other teams because they won their conference. So that's going to make this real different and difficult. So you'll get like a school that's number 4, say a school like Ohio State and Penn State. Whoever loses out in that battle, they become a lower seed because whoever the ACC champion is a higher seed in the tournament, but they may be ranked higher. So that's the kind of things you want to start having to think about and look into is the possibility of a Power 5 champion having a poor record than the team that they're facing. So this is just an example of how it looks. This is a projection. I forgot the guy's name that did this projection, but like you can see where Penn State is ranked number 6 in the thing, but Miami is the ACC champ. So that's a situation where you can have it because more than likely Penn State's going to be ranked higher than Miami, but they're going to be the lower seed going into the tournament.
And that was Becky Murphy.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. Thanks, man. Because I wanted to give credit to where credit's due. You see a school like Iowa State again, because they're the Big 12 champs. They get one of the top 4 seeds from being the Big 12 champion, and then they play a team like Ohio State in this projection, in which Ohio State could possibly be ranked 4. When we look at the top 25. So the difference you're going to have is you're going to have your top 25 rankings, and then you have your rankings or your seeding based on championship or conference championship. So that's just something I want to put on your head, your minds now. So when we get down the road, you won't be asking questions like, well, why does this happen this way? Because you'll know. And then when your coworkers are asking questions, you'll be like, oh, my guys, the sideline junkies, put me on to this. And boom, 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 this is how it's playing out.
And, I had so many questions about this because this is just a tough thing to look at. And this is the thing. I had the question when we did our first season of EA Sports College Football 25, our first dynasty. And, I was wondering why the rankings were all off. Notre Dame couldn't get no higher than 5. And I was like, hey, I'm the number 1 team in the country. And then the Midnight Rider had to break it down to me. It's not going to happen. So as we get closer to playoffs, those rankings are going to change. They're going to bounce around. They're going to change. So we will most definitely be a part of that.
Yeah, when they put their first brackets out, we'll go through the brackets with you each week, just showing you the scenarios and the possibilities. And that way you can be on top of information when you talk to your friends.
Most definitely.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be, this new 12-man format. I'm gonna enjoy that. Hopefully, nobody's feelings will get hurt. Because I think if you're the 13th team, you don't belong to be there. Don't cry and say you should. It's 12 teams, and we're going to decide a national champion that way this year. I'm looking forward to it.
Jack, you already know it's automatic that team 13 or 14 is going to cry.
I know.
It's part of the landscape. It's really whatever day this is finalized, the next day or the next 2 days, the sports show is all about them complaining about who didn't get in. And then we start talking about who got in the matchups. We're gonna have some crazy storylines.
We definitely will, but it's a lot different when you're talking about team number 13 and 14 complaining, then team number 5 and number 6 complaining, that's a tighter argument there, I think.
Jack, we got teams, is 68 in the NCAA tournament basketball? And teams 69 and 70 and 71 all complain because they didn't get in. So let's just go ahead and prepare ourselves and see who's going to be those teams that are going to complain because they thought they should have had a chance.
Well, if you want to complain, get better.
Well, I don't think we'll have any complaints. What was it, Florida State last year that complained?
Florida State
they were left out of the playoff?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, fellas, let's jump over to the side here and give you a little bit of the boss says.
Good morning, everybody. This is the boss, and I want to thank you for joining the Sunday Rise on the Sideline Junkies podcast network. I'm gonna be real quick with it. Quick part: my Bills go to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. I believe the Bills are 3-point favorites today, but I'm not going to take my Bills today. I'm going to take the Seahawks to edge them out just because of the travel. They do get another week with Amari Cooper to get some continuity between him and Josh Allen, that offense. And I do want to see what they do today. Trust me, I do want to see what they do. I think they have a chance. I just think if we're talking about Sean McDermott, we're talking about game planning and being ready, I think they're going to get edged out there. Maybe that was the wrong choice of words. But anyway, I want to go to my Maryland Terrapins. And anybody that listens to this podcast know I'm a huge Terp fan. The Maryland Terrapins went to Minnesota yesterday and got de-shelled, declawed, whatever you want to call it. And it's just, it's crazy because they come off a big win versus USC the week before. And USC led 59 minutes of that game. They came back, clawed their way back, blocked the field goal. Billy Edwards Jr. takes them down the field. They get the go-ahead touchdown. And Caleb Wheatland finishes the game by knocking the ball out of the receiver's hands. Terps win at home, right? And then they just get dragged around the field last night by Minnesota. And it's just the up and downs of being a Terp football fan. And I just think that let me give you some stats, right? Let me see. Since joining the Big Ten in 2014, the Terps' overall record, football, 46-64. They are 24-53 in Big Ten conference play. They're the doormat of the Big Ten. And when they joined in 2014, I said this has to be a 5 to 7 year plan. But this is if you hire the right people, the right coach that can recruit, the right AD that supports that coach, and y'all can get the right players in. Y'all can keep y'all homegrown talent like Chase Young and Dwayne Haskins. And they haven't done that. And they're still playing ACC football in the Big Ten, and it just shows at times they have no identity. Nowhere, not on defense, not on offense. You don't know what this team is going to come hit you with, and they don't know either. That's the sad part. Do you want to keep changing coaches? You don't, but you got to bring somebody in here that can keep the local talent and got the gift of gab to bring in some players that want to change this program around, and they just don't have that right now. They got a bunch of good players, but they just don't have anybody to take them over the top, and that starts behind center. I don't even have the answers for Maryland football. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do if you're the Maryland AD at this point? I mean, you want to be competitive. I wasn't worried about the Terrapins going to the Big Ten in basketball because the ACC was the cream it was was the cream of the crop in basketball, kind of still is. But it was the football side I was worried about, because you got the thoroughbreds, Michigan, Penn State, Ohio State. You got these teams, USC, what they once were. They're not original Big Ten, but the Terps just haven't found their footing there, and it's hard to watch at times. So that's all I got. Y'all have a great show, and try to keep it clean. Try to keep it short too.
That's the boss, BJ, checking in from Helen Hunt Motors. Fellas, let's jump into it. Rematch of so many great 90s playoff games, and NFC Championship game in 81, 94 NFC Championship game. Cowboys versus Niners. Niners are 4.5-point favorites, over under 47.5. Gentleman Jack, what you got?
Well, San Francisco's not too healthy, but they need some get right. Dallas definitely needs some get right. This is going to be the game of the get rights, I think. I think Dak Prescott's going to play ball today, and that defense is going to step up a little bit in Dallas. So, McCaffrey's still out. Is that correct, guys?
Yeah,
McCaffrey's still out.
And
They get Debo and Kittle are supposed to be playing today.
Kittle would be good to have back. I just don't. Can you help me out? This game is in San Fran.
Hold, please.
Apologize, guys. I didn't look at much this morning, but
No need to apologize for that. We can always get the location. It's in San Francisco.
I think the Cowboys going to go out on the West Coast and get a victory. It's going to be at the under. I don't see a lot of scoring. Cowboys. I pick Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys to beat the San Francisco.
I think this is the game that, Jack, you called it the get rights or the can't get rights, and something's got to give.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, when it comes to Dallas and they run the fence, I struggle believing in it. I struggle having faith. Isn't that a George Michael song or something?
you gotta have faith.
Okay, yeah.
I don't get on with that, George Michael, y'all.
It's I heard the song this week, I think, on the radio, and they were talking about the same thing about having faith in your team or whatever. But I think I don't think Dallas does it with their run defense, and I think this is where Mr. Mason, the running back from San Francisco, gets to take advantage of him. And I think he has a big day. I think he's gonna go for $150 and 2 touchdowns. And you might want to write that down for me.
Is that a Blue Magic guarantee?
Oh, it's a Blue Magic guarantee, baby.
Oh, Mason, gotcha.
Mason,
150 and 2 touchdowns.
And you're taking San Fran and what? The over?
Nah, I'm gonna stick with you on this too. This is gonna be an under. This might be right in the pew pew, the KG shootout range, 20-13.
Did I pick Dallas in this one? Let me see. I'm just going through my picks here, and this is the Sunday night game. Yeah, so of course, I pick Dallas. I pick Dallas every week. This game right here, being honest, on the surface, you got a team that's a mass unit versus a team that's the nut house. San Francisco, only thing holding them back is injuries. When they get everybody back, they'll be back where they're supposed to be. The Cowboys, what's holding them back is their front office. This team was not constructed to win. Yes, you have the quarterback. Yes, you got the receiver. But you don't have the running back. You don't have the O-line anymore. It's certain things. It's like a Rubik's Cube. when you're trying to do the Rubik's Cube and you got one side, then you get the other side, but then you got to mess that side up to get another side, and then you never get those two sides back. That's what Dallas is. Dallas is a Rubik's Cube. And I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. This is no shade, no nothing. Jerry Jones has to step down in order for this team to get back to its glory days. Until then, you won't see no more glory on this side of heaven, baby. I'm being honest.
You ain't drop a bless her heart, did you?
No. I wasn't gonna do that.
Man, you went country old lady, southern old lady at the end of that. So I just wanted to see if you're going to continue with it.
Oh, bless her little heart.
Yeah, there it is.
Got the little in there. Bless that little heart.
But the Cowboys gonna pull this one out. No, I'm lying. The Niners will pull this one out. This will be like 17-13. This is not this. Give me the Niners. Give me the under, but the Cowboys cover. Cowboys
feel like a field goal type of ball game.
Yeah. Dallas is gonna have a chance to win this game late, and Dak's gonna do Dak things. I don't know what it is. This dude used to be, I ain't gonna say clutch, but he could take a 2-minute drive and drive you downfield and at least get you in field goal range. But it's like now, it's like he can't do it. He's guaranteed to throw a pick.
Okay.
Next up, the Packers and the Jaguars. Packers are 3.5-point favorites. Over under is 48.5. I'm ready for this. So when it's my turn, I'm ready. Jack, take it away.
Green Bay's been rolling along. Jordan Love running that offense very comfortably. Jacksonville, I just understand. They fell off like crazy because, 2 years ago, they was the up-and-coming team. And last year, some cats had them projected to go late in the playoffs, man. Green Bay, this is a game they should definitely win, and I think they're going to win it because of that. Jordan Love is going to control this game, and Green Bay will beat Jacksonville today. And I will take the over because I think Jacksonville is going to score with them. Not with them 100%, but they're going to score. So watch for, I think, a high-scoring game here today, and I'll take Green Bay to win with the over.
They asked what's Love got to do with it. I'm going to say everything. Love is going to put this game together. I think he's going to have about 2 or 3 touchdown passes today. I think they get a little bit of everybody involved. You might get Dobbs. You might get one from Jalen Reed. You might get a touchdown from somebody else, probably one of their tight ends. But the Jaguars, like Jack said, they were the cream of the crop 2 years ago. They had the quarterback, Mr. Franchise himself. And so far, between his inconsistencies and this team not being able to have anything outside of Brian Thomas Jr. on offense, they got Tank Bigsby doing some things, but I see it as a struggle. I see it as an uphill battle. And part of the reason I wanted this in the nickel is because I think this is the game that this might cause some change in Jacksonville. Some heads may roll because if they come out of this and they're 2-6, that's going to be a big problem for this team, for this ball club, having the roster they supposedly put together and coming back with these results.
I've been holding on to this for about 2 days because the Midnight Rider always talks about love. So this is to JoJo, her being a Packer fan. And I know what Packer fans around the country are saying when they think about Jordan Love. They say, oh, I never had a love like this before. No, never. Never had a love like this before.
Lord.
That's pretty much, you've never had a quarterback that comes to Green Bay and he plays well, media doesn't talk about him. They don't talk about him. They he throws too many interceptions, but he has just as many interceptions as Patrick Mahomes, but he has more touchdowns. But you don't talk about him the way you should. Jordan Love is the catalyst to this team. I wish they would have kept Aaron Jones, but hey, you got Josh Jacobs. Y'all are doing big things. Give me Green Bay in this one because I have no faith in the Jaguars. Give me Green Bay in this one. Because Love and his tender touch every day asks for too much. But the fan base is in love with what he's doing. Hey, Love, you got it working. Never had a love like this before. No, never. Never had a love like this before. And if you don't know the song reference, it's Tavares. So go check that out. And if you need some Saturday music, holler at me. I got a playlist that'll set your Saturday off right. 34 hours of good music.
And if anybody offers singing lessons out there, KG can hit yeah.
Hey, look, my voice still bad from last night. I had my Terrence Trent D'Arby going on last night, so my voice still a little sore from last night. I can't do shows.
Yeah.
Exactly. If I can get back-to-back shows talking, I'm fine. Singing, that's another thing.
Just in case I missed it, Jack, I think I said Packers and over.
Thank you. Yeah, I was going to ask you after the show.
Yeah, I'll take the Packers and the over as well. I think this is gonna be over by third quarter. Hell, give me the Packers 45-10.
Ooh, doggy.
Yeah.
That's a lot of for that to go over. You got them doing a lot of lifting there, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, Eagles versus Bengals. The Bengals are 2.5-point favorites. Over under is 47.5. Gentlemen, Jack, take it away.
This is a big game for both of these teams. Philly coming in 4-2. Cincinnati, I believe, 3-4. Is Joey B gonna be on like popcorn, or is he gonna be off the truck? I mean, Cincinnati needs this. I mean, Joey B, he's throwing for yards. Joe Burrows is getting his yards with Jamar Chase. I mean, I think Philly going to run the ball too much today against them and run it down the throat. And over under 47.5. Philly with the under is where I think this game's going to go. I think Philly's going to run the ball down Cincy's throat. Joe Burrows is going to throw for a lot of yards, so go ahead and get your prop picks in. I think Joe Burrows probably throw for 300 in the loss. So Philly in the under.
I don't think the Bengals can stop anybody. So just go ahead and write over on my side of that because Philly. I mean, Cincinnati's defense is terrible. Philly's secondary is questionable. When you got those two things can get real rocky. You know what I'm saying? And I know the Bengals may have the eye of the tiger, but they may not be long for the fight. So with that all being said, I'm going to take the Eagles in a shootout. And this is going to be like 37-34 type of ball game.
Okay.
Eagles are playing, but the Eagles have a tendency to shoot themselves in the foot. Give me the Eagles in this one. Close. 24-21 Eagles. So that's the under.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Next up, the boss BJ's Bills taking on the Seahawks. He picked the Seahawks in this one. Bills are 3-point favorites. Over under is 45.5. Gentlemen, Jack, take it away.
Buffalo, I think they've been playing pretty good ball, and they got Amari Cooper into the offense very early last week. She got him a first quarter touchdown. I don't know how Seattle's doing what they're doing. I'm not a believer in Geno, but I think Buffalo is by far the better team here, and they're going to roll on through this. Allen's going to have a big day today. 2-3 touchdown passes. Hell, he ain't been. I don't think Allen's been in the end zone that much this year like he has in years past. Allen used to like them quarterback sneaks and them bootleg keepers. I'm going Buffalo, the better team today. Buffalo Bills going to be Seattle and under. I'm gonna go under again. Just don't think Seattle has enough for them. Buffalo
I think
Bills.
that's your fourth straight under, Jack.
No, I got one over.
Okay.
I did an over on the Green Bay game.
Okay, that's right.
I'm usually an over guy, man.
Yeah.
I like points, man.
Oh,
but I feel a lull coming in today's schedule. I think there's gonna be some sleeper games out there today, man. That's what I'm feeling.
Man, this could have been a great weekend for me on the FanDuel side. I went again 5-6 on a parlay. Maryland killed me on one.
Didn't they?
I couldn't believe it. My boy keeps telling me I have too much. My hopes are too high for Maryland. But yeah, that was a killer. Today, I think today's National Tight End Day. I thought it was. So I got a tight end parlay for touchdowns, which is going to be interesting because I hit this. It's like $4 or $5 grand in the pocket, something crazy. So we'll see if that comes through. Now back to our regularly scheduled programming. That Ben Conti, my parlay got busted moment, was brought to you by FanDuel, and our official gambling lines are brought to you by Seahawks versus the Bills. If you know anything, and I wouldn't be surprised if college kids watch this, if they had a drinking game when I say identity, type, and then I talk about the running backs for the Seahawks, Mr. Zach Charbonnet and Kenny Walker. Zach Charbonnet's name gets said probably every week on the show by me. So that would probably be something on a drinking game board. Also content. Can't think of anything else that I'd say too much of. There's nothing else I really say a lot of. And what's the one that gets the fun? What are we doing here? Yeah. So another run around, but I like the Bills to win this ball game. But the Seattle running game with Walker and Charbonnet is going to give them a tough time. And I think this is another game that gets to go over. And I think this might be a push because I think it's a 3-point ball game. Like I would have loved this line to be a 2.5 or a 3.5, so I could take either way on this. But I think it's going to be right on the number. I think this is a field goal late to win the ball game.
And who you pick?
Buffalo to win. And I see that Jack Carr is one of the people that Geno Smith didn't write back to.
I'm not on his mailing list. He not on mine. He won't get a Christmas card from me.
Cardell said Bills got this Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Bills because I don't believe in the Seahawks. I think this is gonna be a top tier shootout, and Bills gonna win by 3. I'm gonna say 45-42.
Jesus.
So give me the Bills, the 3 and the over.
Somebody got to take KG's temperature, man. He been saying some big numbers today. That's the third 40-burg I've heard.
Man, we're on different pages, man. I'm thinking it's going to be a slow day for offense. He thinks, damn, offense is going to blow up all over the league.
I might be in like the multiverse or something. I might be dealing with like, your opposite halves. What's the dude from the superhero? Superman, the other Bizarro? Yeah, I think I'm in the Bizarro universe right now.
Last game in the nickel. Bears come to Northwest Stadium to take on the Washington Commanders. Commanders are 1.5-point favorites. Over under is 45,5. That should be a dot. Gentleman Jack, take it away with that.
You got Washington 4-2, 5-2. Excuse me. Chicago 4-2. I think Chicago playing a little above. I think they play some. I don't think they beat too many good teams. But they are in that NFC North division where it's just crazy. First place is 5-1. Last place is 4-2. That is just nuts how tight that division is, and everybody's winning. So coming down to the game, I heard from some of my sources that Jaden Daniels is possibly going to start today. I haven't heard it official. And then, of course, you got Mr. Caleb Williams over there, who was coached in the Maryland area by one Mr. Chris Bosher at the Quarterback Factory, Crofton, Maryland, quarterbackfactory.com.
And check out in the passenger seat, if you missed it live, come back in, because that guy, Jack Carr, and this guy, Midnight Rider, had an interview with Mr. Chris Bosher. Check it out if you haven't seen it already. And if you've seen it already, go back and watch it again. Why not get a second chance to see these pretty faces?
It was an amazing show. And yes, the Quarterback Factory had worked with the number 1 pick and former Heisman Trophy winner Caleb Williams. So we got number 1 pick against number 2 pick in this game. And I think Washington's defense is going to have something today. I'm looking for some points from Washington's defense, I think. Possible pick 6 or a scoop and run. We need Terry. We need Terry to get some long balls. We need all the other, what is it? Brown, De'Ami Brown. God, that name was just busting me. To contribute, get some play from Zach Ertz and the young tight end.
Sanat.
And I think Washington's going to have too much offense today for Chicago. And, wow, it's crazy, man. Week 8, and I'm picking Washington to win some games. Boy, it's awesome. Washington to win. And here we go, Midnight Rod. I'm going to take the over on this one here because I wouldn't be surprised Washington hang another 40 up there. I know it's a lot of points, but I think Washington's going to win big today. So
I love your sentiment. I love your thought process on it.
I haven't felt like this in years.
Well, it's finally the full-fledged whitewash. Like you've gotten everything flushed out. You got new owner, new quarterback, new GM. All that stuff is finally come together, and you actually looks like you may have hit on the quarterback. So now you're looking at a situation where it may be a thing where you're getting plus play from a quarterback position that you didn't get before. So now you're in a better spot. Every year you can look at this team. We always talk about quarterback being a factor, and now you can just feel like, all right, we know we can do something here because we have this solution to this problem that we haven't had in a long time. Like I can't think of the last time. It's probably when Kurt was here, when we get into a 2-minute drill, and I have confidence that the quarterbacks can come away with points. And I'm not talking about having confidence in a Taylor Heineke. I'm talking about actually having confidence in a guy that's an actual blue chip type of player. And that's what I have. I feel like we got a blue chip guy, and he's giving us blue chip effort every time. I say all of that to say that I think I'm taking the Commanders too. Here's another one of my bingo card moments. I'm going to say that I think Luke McCaffrey has to have a day. It's got to happen. He's
said every week.
I do say it every week because I just like when you watch the stuff after the games, I see him open, and I just don't see him getting the opportunity. Maybe he's the second or third read on the play, and Jaden's going with number one. I don't know what it is, but like he's there. And then the human defensive pass interference maker, Noah Brown, this guy gets a pass interference every week. He's not a top tier wide receiver, but he draws a pass interference penalty weekly. It's almost something that I would love to see if I could bet it, because it happens so frequently. He's helped. He may not have the receiving yards, but if you look at like yards he impacted, because there's probably some stat line somewhere, he's gotta like have impacted more yards than anything else. But I think our touchdowns come from Eckler, McCaffrey, and Robinson. I think this game hits the over, but I think it gets there in like a 30-24 fashion. But I do believe Chicago is probably the best defense they'll face, because Chicago is solid on every level. You got Montez at end. They got a nice defensive tackle sitting beside him. You got the kid that I think it's Edwards from Buffalo. That's playing middle linebacker for Chicago. And then the Chicago secondary with Jalen Johnson and company. I think this is going to be a tough day for us. It's not going to be pretty. So don't think this is going to be like a gymnastics thing where you get a perfect 10. But we will get the win. So Washington wins and the over. I know.
Okay. I'm gonna say this in my Shanae voice. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Just cut in on my goddamn call of this game.
Oh, I thought you was done. I'm sorry.
I ain't say no score. I ain't say who won. I ain't pick a over. You was saying it, and next thing you know, you ran with it. I'm like, well, what's he doing? I'm not finished with it.
My bad, Shaq. My bad, Shaq. I know it's not. What Shaq? I mean, Shaw say? No, Shaq say it's 1-2. My bad, man.
I just started listening after a while. I'm like, well, I guess you're gonna go ahead and finish this off.
I started talking because I thought you dropped. I was like, all right, cool.
No, you were just so anxious to go, I think. I agree. Brian Robinson's I think they got to start off with the run to open up the pass. And I like the way they did that last week. That play action looked so good last week. So, yeah, I'm going. And I'm looking at Cordell over there. We got chill. Cordell is about the time I said, if this continues, I'll take the safety net off, you know. I said about week 6, 7. And what we're seeing on the field from Washington is something I think we can actually talk about now and say it with confidence, you know, with confidence. So I got Washington in the over. And that's another thing I was saying. I picked the over on this one finally. It's going to be a good one, I think. You got anything there, KG? You know, before Midnight Rider cuts you off?
Couple of comments. Cardell says Bears, sorry. And he says, I'm keeping my emotions in check so it hurts to pick the Bears. Wow. And we need to check everyone temp. And Cardell, I'm with you on that one too. And that's natural interaction, man. I love that.
He said the over. He said the over, so I thought he was done.
But see, people, everybody out there in viewer land, that's what we do, man. We're not out here to bore you to death. We're not out here to be 100% correct, and it's our opinions, and we're having fun. So if you want to have some fun and talk sports, you come check out Sideline Junkies.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. Let me start with Chicago first.
Yo, before you get started, let me say one more thing. I'm gonna do my Jordan McGee comes back today. I don't know what his number is because he didn't play in the preseason. But he's a linebacker, the kid they got from Temple. They were big on him. He got hurt right before the preseason started. The game started. Keep an eye on him because he might be one of those diamonds in the rough. I apologize. You know what I'm saying? But Beyonce did it better, Taylor Swift. That's what this moment feels like. I'm interrupting you like Kanye. But go ahead, KG.
It's good to see Montez Sweat back in DC. Go ahead, Jack.
Jordan McGee's going to be wearing, I believe, number 58 tonight.
Okay.
I will follow up on that.
It'd been crazy if they gave him 52.
Let KG go ahead and get his, and I'll follow up on that and give you 100% what we got.
All right, I know. Is my audio good? Because I see my camera's like glitching a little bit. Is my audio good?
Your audio is great, KG.
Okay. Yeah, it was your video we didn't like looking at.
I'm gonna start with Chicago. It's great to have Montez Sweat back in DC. You know, that was my guy. He's the one that I'm looking out for because he only has 2.5 sacks. I don't want him to his season total to go from 2.5 to 6.5 after this game. That's number one. Number two, I haven't picked Chicago consistently in quite some time because last time I picked Chicago, that was when Eddie Goldman and Hakeem Nicks and all those guys were on the D line, and I was telling everybody how good they were. And that, shout out to Eddie Goldman. His dad is one of the reasons why I'm able to talk with the confidence that I have about sports. So I got to say that him, Professor Lucky, like if I said something off the wall when we were working together, the first cut the shit. You know that ain't true. And they would sit there and they would school me. And I knew a lot of history stuff, and we would just sit there and we would quiz each other, and they would stump me. That was the last time I got stumped because I was like, nah, if I'm gonna hang with these guys, I'm hanging with big dogs. So shout out to Big Ed and my man Lucky. But Chicago offensively, I think they have a weak offensive line, but it seemed like they're starting to gel a little bit. Then you go to Washington, and Washington has played every game this season. They've played pretty damn good. I think the only true loss they had was the Tampa Bay game. That Baltimore game, I don't think that was a loss. I think that was a calamity of errors in officiating that cost them that game. But, you know I got to say it. Chicago's just so good.
Mute.
I mean,
mute Midnight Rider.
You got Caleb, and oh my God, it's just wow. The guy's the number one pick, and
man, they gonna bust our ass today because you talking like this.
Nah, what I'm more worried about the fan base of Chicago and the things that they've said over the last week, and the quote unquote bounty that they want to put on Jaden Daniels. And, you know, they want him out of the game. I've heard a Washington fan said, you know, he would crash out, is what he said, if Marcus Mariota played a minute in the game. And I'm like, if we need Mariota in this game, we need Mariota in this game. Now, granted, it's supposed to be Caleb versus Jaden, Daniels versus Williams, 1 versus 2. That's supposed to be the matchup. That's what got it flexed. Okay, cool. But I tell you this. For my official pick, Chicago 17, Washington 16. For my, you know, that's my official pick. So you can write that down in the book, Jack. Bears and the under. But I'm telling you something. This Washington team is magical. You're gonna get a kickoff return from Eckler. He's going to score on the kickoff return. They're going to score in all 3 phases of the game, being honest. All jokes aside, all shtick aside. They're going to score in all 3 phases of the game.
All that scoring, but they're only getting 17 points.
That's why I said all shtick aside. The shtick is the official stuff. All shtick aside. They're going to score in all 3 phases. Brian Robinson going to have 125 to 130 yards. He's going to have about 20 to 25 carries because they're going to grind it out.
Yeah.
It's this thing that Daron Payne was doing. I meant to say something about it a couple of weeks ago, about a week or 2 ago. he's doing the Mean Joe Green stunt where he turns his body to the side and he's shooting the gap right in between the guard and the center. And he's not doing it every play, but it was Joe Green called it the stunt 3-4. Coaches approved it, and he would turn his body to the side and he would shoot the gap and he would be able to get through the center and the guard and get in the backfield so fast. And Daron Payne has started doing that. And when he does that, he gets such great penetration up the field. I'm like, okay, that's what I'm talking about. You going old school and you doing the stunt. Hey, do it, man. I love to see it. I love to see it. I don't know if he's watching video of it. I don't know if he called Mean Joe Green and said, how do I implement this? But I love to see that he's doing it.
He probably got it from in-house. You know, if you watch that fourth down play last week, Dante Fowler did the same thing and jumped between the tackle and the guard to crash down and hit the running back, Chuba Hubbard, when he got the football on that 4th and 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dante had a good game with the interception and a sack last week.
Yep. And that's why I said it last week. I said Frankie Louvu for president, Dante Fowler for vice president. Let's go.
You know, I'm looking at some things from last week's game. Did Newton didn't play last week?
He played.
Damn,
he wears number 95.
Yeah, he ain't getting no numbers last week.
He a D tackle. Don't worry about his numbers.
Mm.
Because think about the run game. Think about our linebackers crashing a whole lot last week. Our linebackers got a lot of the tackles, or our ends got a lot of the play. So it doesn't. Their numbers don't matter. What really matters to me with them is what we give up in terms of rush yardage. And the guy that concerns me for Chicago is DeAndre Swift, because he's the human. He can take it 60 with no problem. You give him a crease, and he'll make you pay for it.
I'm a couple of comments real quick. They're doing great with JD, is what Cardell said, but we don't know his status. That's the only reason why I'm going the other way. It'll be a close game, but we lose by 7.
Okay.
I don't want to let my optimism take over to the point of I ruin what we've built. So
this is gonna be a fun game, man.
It is. Chicago.
Don't start till 4:25. Damn, I hate 4:00 games.
I do too, and I hate this new. I hate this new thing with the NFL where they don't have, you know, it's just like football's on TV. You know, the NFC is not on Fox anymore and exclusively, and the AFC is not on CBS. I hate that because I got to search around for the game, man.
I don't.
All you do
and y'all know why.
You use your browser, bruh. That's all you do. That's what browsers are for, man.
When I'm so used to now, granted, this is post 94 because, you know, pre 94, you just turned on CBS and you watched Washington games. If I wanted to watch Buffalo, I watched on NBC. Okay, cool. And we used to have TVs, 2 TVs in our bedroom, me and my cousin. We had a TV sitting on top of a TV. So we had 9 on one TV, 4 on the other. So we watched both games at the same time. But I don't like change.
KG, I was informed by Mr. Not our Matty Ice, but Team 980's Matty Ice, that football in the 90s is not the modern era because it's more than 30 years old. And so just understand that, bruh. We're not in the that's not what you're talking about was our era of football. This is the modern era of football. And it got me last week. I think I was looking for the game on 5 and it was on 9, or vice versa. I was on 9, thought it was on 5, whatever it was. So I've had that, you know, but it is what it is, man. This isn't our football anymore. I keep telling you.
But they just implemented this last year. So this is
on the last 2 years but you got to think about it. The NFL gets more money by leaving this open like this because now you can move matchups to wherever you want to move the matchup. just like today's game was a 1 o'clock start, it gets flexed to 4 because we see two promising teams, and they actually trade out the slots. So they moved the Bengals and the Eagles, which was a 4 o'clock game, up to 1 and pushed us in the 4, taking their window. The other beautiful thing is, I don't have to hear Chris Myers do our games.
Oh my God.
That is the beautiful. It is so good. I get the top echelon of commentators. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting like Tom Brady and Nance. I'm not Nance. I'm talking Tom Brady and Berkshire or Burkwell, whatever his name is. You get Greg Olson and company. You know what I'm saying? On the CBS side, you're getting Nance and Tony Romo. You know, we're getting good commentators on our games. Now, I'll take Schlereth anytime, but just don't pair him with Myers. But, this is beautiful, man.
So, neither one of you guys got the football NFL package?
Nah. I had an NFL package, but
it's so expensive now. It's so expensive. But, you know, when you got something like that or something like I got, you just go to Washington and hit play. You don't have to go to CBS and all that, man. So I don't even know what y'all talking about. I ain't done that in a while.
Nah, it's all good, Jack. I know you didn't. That's why I was waiting for you to jump in. But no, yeah, I normally I'll sit on the station, and then once I see like the game ends and the post game comes on, like I get either Terry Bradshaw or JB and them, then I know the game's on the other channel when we play at 4 o'clock.
The best pregame show in the land.
You say it again.
Ah, man.
That's what's on my TV now. So, but
I mean, if you want to watch a show with 18 commentators,
with 40 people on it, yep, that's the best one out there.
I can understand why KG like it because he also likes his fantasy football leagues with 40 teams. So,
oh yeah, I got Matty Ice this week, guys. I'm trying to knock off the only undefeated cat in our league, in our fantasy league. It's gonna be a tough one, man. But I had a good Thursday night outing, so hopefully that helps me give Matty Ice his first loss in our league.
I don't even know who I'm playing in our league. I'm just winging it.
Cardell said y'all like Tom Brady as a commentator. All the commercial ads introducing had me tired of him before his first start.
Yeah, I enjoy him.
I really haven't paid attention enough. I'm big on when you start doing games, I got to see the flow or understand the flow. Like, what are you trying to do? Are you a teacher or are you going to be just sound effects? You know, like there's some guys that just will talk and be good sound effects with the play-by-play guy. Like Romo does a good job of doing both, teaching and being sound effects.
I think Tom does that.
You know, they told Romo to tone it down.
Well, I mean, people complain just because people want to complain.
But I think Romo is an excellent commentator because he'll sit there, he'll be like, oh yeah, we talked about this in our pregame meeting, and this is what they like to run, and they're gonna run this. And then 2 plays later, they're running. He's like, I told you, he's like, you gotta watch out for this because this is cover 3. See with that high safety right there, the linebackers get ready to blitz, and he just sit there and predict plays. But
yeah, see, and I think fans didn't like that. But those were the people that don't understand. If you see the field and you're used to seeing the field, certain things just stand out to you. You know, like in our interview with Coach. Yeah, in our interview with Coach, Coach was talking about, like he had like a 2-minute segment where he was like talking about gaps and the way you do the read on the option, and I was loving it, and I know Jack loved it, but it was just one of those things that people don't always get because they don't go to that part of the game. They just like to see the highlights. They don't want to see how. I think there's a saying where I think it's Mike Zimmer says, "Don't tell me about the pregnancy, tell me about the baby." And I think a lot of fans like the baby. Some of us like the process. Some of us want to understand the pregnancy part because we want to know how we got to this point. What were we seeing? What did you think about? That's why I always tell people about ESPN Matchup. in the early morning show. Just record it, watch it at your convenience. You learn a lot.
I'll give
I think
you
that.
that.
What are we eating?
Of course we do. Final segment of the day. What you eating? Gentleman Jack. We got chicken parm.
Nah. I went to I went to Three Brothers Friday with my guys before the game, and I was gonna get chicken parm there, but I went Philly cheesesteak. I'm going. I don't know. We might eat leftover crabs. I got family in town, and we set them down with some crabs last night. Best time of year to eat crabs in the state of Maryland. September, October, man. Yeah, we're probably gonna be eating some crabs. Maybe throw some meat on the grill.
Talk about that, Jack, because I've never. You're the first person I heard that said they like them September, October.
Oh, really?
Most people tell me, like it's like July and August because the water has time to warm up and everything.
No, it's see, a lot of people don't have the right impression on when to get crabs and when not to get Maryland crabs. People are always trying to jump on crabs Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day weekend, get it? Mm-hmm. If you're getting crabs Memorial Day weekend, 95% chance they come from down south. Promise you that. Because they're not getting caught till June. And the reason I say September, October crabs, because, a crab, as he goes through his life, he sheds and grows a little bigger. I think they do it a couple times a year. And then come into August, they start fattening up and eating, and they're not going to shed again because they're going to hibernate. So it's just like a bear. You just eat, so you got enough fat to hold you through the winter. And the crabs are just packed this time of year. You don't get no light crabs. I don't know if you guys know what light crabs. Yeah. We call them whiteys over here because you can tell when you turn them over, the bottom is very white. You know it's a light crab. And a lot of crabbers throw them back or sell them at a big discount, the light crabs. Then you got some jokers out here that's selling them regular price and just ripping people off. So the reason I say September, October is because the crabs have been storing up, getting ready to hibernate. So you're going to have the fattest, most packed crabs there are for the season. In your, if you're down south, it's whatever's near the end of the season for them, right. Which they probably don't have an end of season like we do because it don't get as cold down there. So yeah, y'all want to learn some more info about Maryland State crabs? Just drop me an email, jcardjr22@gmail.
Dang, my man out here pushing everything.
Nah, man, I do. I know about crabs. I've been crabbing since I was 5 years old.
That's what's up. For me, I think this is another week. I got a bunch of ground beef. I think I'm doing spaghetti. I might try to do like some meatballs. I'm debating that. I didn't give myself enough time this morning. Like yesterday was a very lazy day for me, so I would have prepped a little bit more. But because I didn't prep, I just think I got like a pound and a half of ground beef, and I'm just going to throw that in to some spaghetti sauce, and I got to have my onions and peppers, baby.
Onions and peppers. I knew they was coming in that sauce.
That's right. And yeah, just I'm gonna try to cook it early, so by the time like halftime of the first game, I'll be ready to go, and then I can just eat, plates of spaghetti as the day goes on.
You see, Cardell knows what's up with the crabs.
He said he eating Costco wings. He's ashamed. But he said crabs getting fat now.
We probably need to do a road trip. We need to do a road trip to Cardell's house, and because I know for a 1:00 game, that brother puts down. He's probably one of the best cooks. Like, he's one of the best cooks I know. Wow. So yeah.
I'm down for field trip.
I just gotta get up. That's my problem. I already know what my issue is. I'm up, showered, 10:30. I'm running to the store, coming back.
You got your booze. You done?
Yeah, I'm good. I try not to move on Sundays at all after a certain point in time, man.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, as far as this household, my wife is cooking a roast. We haven't had roast in a long time. She's cooking a roast. What we doing with sides, Lovey?
Carrots, potatoes.
Rice, gravy, and corn with cornbread. Ooh, and she makes
any onions and carrots and potatoes with that roast, or are you just doing the roast in the bag?
She doing roasted potatoes.
Yeah.
And she's you talk about peppers and onions. She's doing peppers and onions. I got her she asked for Vidalia onion and red onions last night and a green pepper. So and she cooking spare ribs too.
Hey, let's go. Hey, Midnight Rider, let's go over KG house.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit. Damn, get some pot roast and some ribs.
Yeah, because the ribs are for her.
Jack, if you go, the first hour you got meatloaf duty. The second hour I got meatloaf duty.
I think as long as I can kick her after an hour, I'm down.
Yeah.
No meatloaf.
Yeah, one of these maybe we gonna start the show a little bit late one day. And like maybe one of these Sundays or maybe it's a Saturday, we just get together live on location and have some fun, man.
That'd be sweet.
Because what we do, I mean, the fact that we do this, and of course I've met KG, but you know, Jack and I, we haven't met. You know, that's crazy that we just do this, you know what I'm saying, all off script, not having a background with each other, like meeting. It's almost like pickup basketball.
Yeah, that's what
KG.
Yeah, I'm here.
What you got for us, man?
He had pictures.
I'm here. Oh,
don't forget
Facebooking, TikToking.
Don't forget, next time the wife does bread, I'm in.
We already got you. She already got you down. She just haven't done it yet.
I know.
She just hadn't did it. But Cardell says anytime. So we gotta make sure we get out there. He said, what Cuzzo drinking on?
Man, I'm in my old man bag, man.
You got some gin?
Nah, it's vodka. I can't do gin. I can't do gin since 1995.
Oh, you had too much gin and juice back then. I know what's
yeah.
It was down with that naughty head.
Nah, actually it was, yeah. Yeah, that was a long ride home. Oh my gosh.
So what you drinking now? Tito's?
I actually drink if it's a good week and we hit something, I do Tito's. If I don't hit anything, I just do the old man classic Smirnoff. I don't know when I got on.
Tito's, don't that cost the same as Smirnoff almost?
Nah. Smirnoff Fifth is
20.
Welcome to the alcohol section of the show.
Smirnoff
is in my neighborhood. Smirnoff, the Fifth is $10.99.
Really?
The Fifth for Tito's is $19.
Right.
Yeah.
Huh.
So I take the savings. The other vodka I used to be on was this Russian vodka, Deep Blue. But when I moved back to my old neighborhood, the store around here doesn't carry Deep Blue like Lax does. But Deep Blue is a real good Russian vodka with it's just got a nice smooth taste, and it's literally like at that time it was like $8.99 when I used to catch it. No hangover, no crash. I think its score on the liquor chart was like a 92.
Is that right?
Yes, sir. So what I've done is instead of going to the bigger names, I just go to a lot of places. If you got a good liquor store, they have the cards by the drinks and they give you a little detail in their score. So I do a lot of like checking on scores and trying to make sure I pick out a quality vodka because it doesn't take much to make vodka. You know what I'm saying? Vodka and tequila are probably the two more overpriced things.
Mm-hmm.
Cardell said the road trip just got rerouted to your house.
I'm here, you Cordell. Pick me up on the way.
And he said that shows how good of a team y'all are if y'all never met. Yeah. And most people can't believe that. And, quick history.
Can't believe it.
Quick history. BJ, myself, and Delonte all went to school together. We went to Bladensburg together. Big Jim is BJ's uncle. And I've known Big Jim since, I've known Big Jim for a while. And Big Jim is married to my mom's friend who's like a big sister to me. So that's how that intertwines. And Junie, oh my God, I think Junie, ESPN Zone.
Yep.
So Junie was ESPN Zone. Don was myself and BJ's trainer at ESPN. Nubian Sumo worked with Don in Atlanta at ESPN. So it's like it's a whole conglomerate. Then everybody else just kind of sort of came together over the internet. We met each other and just we jailed. Like the basis of it just kind of expanded and spread out. And then next thing you know, we started networking and everybody started getting in. So like the original core group, we knew each other, and then we knew each other from either school or work, and then we just kind of, you don't get away from it,
Yep. Then I came along, and then we meet. What was it 11-4 last year? Was the first time we met?
Yep.
When we signed with Clear Productions, and then I met Jack, and then Jack was like, I don't know what we were talking about, but Jack was like, I like y'all format. Y'all seem like y'all get to go a little bit longer. And then Jack jumped in and boom.
See, Jack came in on that first show. He liked the decor of the office. He liked the decor of the house. And we was like, Jack, just pick a bunk, bring your stuff, man. You ain't got to never leave. And that's how but that's how it is.
But Jack did my thing. Because I was like, if you're not going to kick me out, I'm going to be here every week. I'm showing up.
But what you don't realize, transparency moment, what you don't realize when you did that, you helped me get through those shows because I was doing those shows by myself. And it was like I was talking to air.
Oh.
And I had nobody to play off of. And then once you came in, you gave me somebody to play off of because everybody else was busy. So you gave me something to play off of. And I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. I was like, I ain't doing nothing anyway. Yeah, give me all the hours. It's like when you're at work. Just give me all the hours you can give me without me killing myself, and I'm good to go, man. And then, I just love Jack from the second I met him. He was just like, yeah, man, what y'all do over there on that other show? I was like, what? I was like, all right, this dude is already off the chain.
Well, I was on once a week and 30 minutes, man. That wasn't enough for JC to get it out, boy. I was looking for minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a guest, and then I just became a fan of y'all's show, and I was happy y'all asked me back again and again and again.
I don't know if we had to ask more than twice, because I think on the third time you just like, I'm gonna be here.
Third time, I kind of just say, hey, y'all, I'm on the group now. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know that the white boy down.
Oh. All right, KG, what we doing?
We got to get out of here. But
we got to get out of here because BJ going to kick our ass how long we do.
Cardell said, Jim will make you sin. And vodka, grenadine, sweet and sour, mixed with the little ginger ale. Thank me later.
Now, Cardell, you got that wrong. Jim will make you grin.
Look. Even Lovey coming out the kitchen, she said, "Oh wow."
That vodka, you know what, cuz? I just take my vodka I just get a bunch of fruit juice. I do it like a Slurpee. I mix like the fruit punch, the mango punch, and I mix them in like a little container. And then I just throw it in with my vodka and I'm good to go, man. Every now and then I'll get like some pineapple juice. Pineapple and orange juice.
And he got that.
Orange pineapple. Yeah,
but you got it on tap with a hose running to your couch, right? 5-gallon bucket under the table in case you got to go. Midnight Rider don't get up once the game starts.
Hey,
commercial breaks, baby. Commercial
that's
breaks.
It.
Not me. I'm switching to the other game, bro. I ain't got no commercial break.
Cardell said, "Sound like a football singles app." Yeah, yeah. I mean, you meet people, you kind of bond over the game, and boom, here we are.
I mean, I got a personality and a sense of humor. I mean, think about it. We've had Matty Ice, we had Duval Paul,
Scooter.
Perry. Don't you got Perry?
Fenton. Yeah, don't forget Perry.
Perry kind of like furniture. He counts.
And Perry's another one. I've never met Perry in person. Perry was on a WrestleManiacs episode. It was Perry, Raj, and I think a couple other people that Nubian Sumo went to college with. It was, his crew. And that was one of those shows that I didn't say maybe more than 5 words because they were just sitting there and they were dropping so much knowledge. And I'm sitting there and I'm writing, I'm asking questions and they just dropping the knowledge. They giving me my wrestling history. And like, if I need to know something that I can't remember right, I don't go to the internet. I go to Sumo, I go to Perry, I go to Don. Those are my guys I need to go to. Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing else. Because they're not going to give me just the short version. They're going to give me the long version. They're going to give me everything that led up to it and what happened afterwards. That's what I love.
And look who just chimed in, Matty Ice.
Matty Ice just got off the ice.
We can get off the air.
Let's close this up and then continue this on the background because we getting too inside baseball for everybody.
So for the boss BJ, who's at Helen Hunt Motors on special assignment, the gentleman Jack, the Midnight Rider, I'm the big guy KG. Enjoy your games, please. Get your picks in, do your lineups, baby. Before you got 18 minutes. Until then, we did some overtime, but y'all, we out of here.